Can you introduce yourself and say the title of your job?
Yes, I'm George Bulldog Smith. I'm Associate Athletics Director slash Director of Strength and Conditioning.
Okay, can you describe your major activities during a typical work week?
That's hard to do because I do a plethora of things. I'm a sport administrator as well. I'm the sport administrator for football, track, football, and baseball. That is one of my responsibilities. I'm also over the strength and conditioning department, which is the weight room, where all of our student athletes go to enhance their performance. So there's not a typical day, but then also to add to that, I am in charge of game day operations as well as facilities. So any given day, I can be doing a multitude of things.
All right. What skills, abilities, and personal qualities do you find most important in your work?
What skills, ability, I think skills, ability comes with personality. In athletics, you're dealing with so many individuals from multicultures, different backgrounds. You have to have the ability to adapt to who they are as opposed to the student athletes and the surrounding co-workers adapting. The adaptation is really important in getting and working and getting along with everyone from the student athletes to your co-workers.
All right. How'd you enter this field?
I was born to do this. I was born to be in this position today. And I say that I don't have enough time to give you the lifelong story or an autobiography, but I started lifting weights at an early age, being a competitor on a national level, then beginning to play football, which gave me national attention, earned a scholarship to a major institution, University of South Carolina. I am a Gamecock, and it just snowballed on from that. And then once graduating undergrad, going to grad school, I decided what I really wanted to do, and I wanted to stay in athletics because I wanted to be involved with athletics in some capacity and coaching. Being a strength coach with the background of a weightlifter and being mentored as a graduate assistant strength and conditioning coach allowed me to be where I am today.
Righty. What preparation did you have as far as classes, activities, or any type of experience?
Hard work.
All right. What academic major would you recommend as a preparation for this field?
Well, it depends. Again, if you look at my title and you listen to my title, I do multiple things. And I'm able to do multiple things because I'm willing to do anything to make the athletics department successful. I will mop a floor. As the great words of a great leader of this country once said, Martin Luther King, if you're going to be a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper there is. And in athletics, as a strength and conditioning coach, you have to know the science background. You have to know the anatomy of the body. When it comes to being an administrator, you have to be mentored and go do the development in order to enhance your knowledge as an administrator.
So, what did you major in undergrad?
My undergrad was criminology, and then my master was in education.
So, what made you want to work at NCCU? Like, how
Well,
did you get here?
HBCU, that is, and a lot of my friends around the country can't believe I'm still here. I went to, once graduating from a major institution, University of South Carolina, I went and worked at Georgia Southern University where I was the first strength and conditioning coach, left there, went to the University of Colorado, and where I was an assistant strength and conditioning coach, left the University of Colorado and went to UNC Chapel Hill, where I became assistant athletics director over the strength and conditioning program. Well, in the world of coaching, there are two types of coaching. One that's going to be fired and one that's already fired. Those are the two types of coaches. So if you're in the profession long enough, it is most likely that you will be fired. I don't like to use the word fired. I was let go. As the coach said, he wanted to go in a different direction. At that particular time, my oldest son, Jaden, was born on Christmas, January 3rd. The new head coach at North Carolina had me come to his office and say they were going in a different direction. And with my moral values and the way I was brought up, I was always taught, and I live by this, there's nothing more important than family, even when it comes to a job. If I got to feed my family peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm going to sell aluminum cans or do whatever I need to do to feed my family. So what happened at the time, the athletics director here at North Carolina Central was Lynn Dawson. He heard about me, knew my background, asked if I would come over and consult. I did. Consulted for a year, and he brought me on, and I've been here ever since. But more importantly, when I got on board, I said I wouldn't be here no more than a year or two. It's been 18 years. And I like to tell people this. They say, well, why are you still here? It's a gratification, knowing that I have an opportunity to make a difference. And when that difference come to fruition, the impact of that difference is more appreciative than working at a major institution.
Alrighty. What type of experiences, paid or unpaid, would you recommend as preparation for this type of work?
Well, volunteering. Start out volunteering. It's always good to seek knowledge, whether it's in a different area or not. When it comes to working, it's the work ethic. Do you have that work ethic? If you have that work ethic and willing to learn, you have a better chance.
How rapidly is this career field growing?
Well, it has grown. In the state of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me on this, but there are approximately in a 50-mile range, there are over 50 universities and or colleges. Education is always on the up and up, is continuously growing. And then in athletics, it is always going to be a part of a university that's able to afford it. So I can't give you a true answer on that one.
All right. How would you describe future prospects in this field?
Future prospects in the field of athletics, strength and conditioning, administration. Again, doing internships, going to grad school, learning the grind, learning and understanding that you got to put in your time in order to master the craft. And then once you learn and have that foundation in place, you can go and adventure on to where you want to go and where you want to be.
Alrighty. Do you recommend any professional associations for this field?
There are a multitude of organizations. It's just those organizations are great for networking, where you meet people and you become friends. I have tons and tons of cards, business cards. I never throw them away. I always keep them on file. So those organizations, go to them. There's not a one that I would say you need to go to more than the other.
Okay, last question. What suggestions do you have for someone wanting to enter this field?
You got to have a bad case of the want. You got to want to. You got to do whatever it takes or whatever you need to do to achieve your goal. If you want to do it bad enough, you got to be willing to mop that floor. Mm-hmm. And you got to be able to and willing to put in hours and maybe not get paid for it. So you have to make some sacrifices to have the ability to achieve what you want to achieve.
All right. Thank you for letting me interview you.
You're welcome.